In life, we all encounter obstacles, and those obstacles come in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. The question is, how do we handle those obstacles? Do we attack them head on, or do we allow them to make us quit? Welcome to the No Quit Living podcast, where we aim to motivate and inspire listeners to never give up on themselves, their dreams, or their goals. We will interview successful people from all walks of life as they share their no-quit stories when they had the choice to give up or give in, but they didn't. We thank you for listening, and we hope to be that jolt of positivity as you go for your greatness. Welcome to episode number 164 of the No Quit Living podcast. I'm your host, Christopher J. Worth, and today's theme of the day is addition by subtraction. Our quote of the day comes to us from Henry David Thoreau: "The soul grows by subtraction, not addition." Today's episode is sponsored by the good people over at West Fair Communications, who publish the Westchester County Business Journal and the Fairfield County Business Journal. These newspapers do a wonderful job in covering all aspects of the business world within two of the most influential markets in the New York metropolitan area. You can also take advantage of their daily news feeds, which keep track on the companies and thought leaders in these important regions. For more information, take a look at www.westfaironline.com. Trust me, once you start reading, you won't quit. I'm excited to bring you today's episode. I'm working my first book, and as a result, these past many months, I've been fascinated with the idea and concept of addition by subtraction. Through my research, I've found that people continue to believe that the only way to get more is to add to their already insane and forever increasing busy schedules. With technology almost constantly changing, improving, and getting faster every single day, people continue to add more and more to their already overflowing plates. As this is a component of my new book, I've also enjoyed studying the idea less is more, multitasking, and excuses versus results. The very simple fact is that we all have the same 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds in every single day. No more, no less. So the reality is that nobody can add or have more than 24 hours in a day. So ultimately, the only way to get more is to subtract. When it comes to multitasking, I'm reminded of a famous Confucius quote, where he said, "He who chases two rabbits catches none." Although this might appear humorous to some, it happens to be very true. What ends up happening when it comes to multitasking is that more often than not, you end up doing two or three things very poorly. Therefore, this attempt to get more done more efficiently results in getting two or three tasks completed, but below and possibly far below your normal standards or expectations. I would like to introduce you to my very good friend, Airplane Mode. For the past year, I've been a big fan, believer, and supporter of the idea of putting your phone or device on airplane mode and focusing on one thing: eliminating distractions, controlling the controllables, and completing that task at hand, objective, or goal. If you need to find 15 or 30 minutes so you can get to the gym, or 60 minutes to spend with your spouse or significant other, you can't magically just make it appear out of thin air. What you need to do, and the only thing you can do, is find that time. For that 15 or 30 minutes to get to the gym, perhaps you spend less time on social media. For that opportunity to spend 60 minutes with that special somebody, maybe you should forego a Netflix series or wake up 60 minutes earlier that day. If you want to achieve or accomplish something that you have not done before, you need to be willing to do something that you haven't done before. For most people, we have found when it comes to the form of reprioritizing your day and where, when, and with whom you spend your time. Typically, a couple of minor adjustments can have a significant impact. An adjustment of 10 to 15 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day, can help you find upwards of 20 to 45 minutes of additional time each day. If you compound that time over a week, over 2 weeks, or over a month, that additional time can be invaluable. But here's the best part: we can all do it. If your goals are that important to you, do it. If not, then your excuses will win. To conclude today's episode, I challenge each and every one of our listeners to find an additional 15 to 30 minutes to do something you really and truly want to do. Maybe it's going for a walk, reading a book, meditating, that quick workout, or catching up on the phone with a good friend. Wherever you want to spend your 15 to 30 minutes is your choice. But the reality is that the only way to add more is to actually subtract. 15 to 30 minutes might not seem like a lot right now, but it does add up. 15 to 30 minutes over a working week equals an hour and 15 minutes up to 3 hours over one working week, and 2 hours up to 3.5 hours over a full 7-day week. The question is, do you really want that extra 15 to 30 minutes? Because if you do, you will need to subtract from other things. If you don't really want it, then you won't make it happen. Remember this very simple rule. You can't have your results and your excuses at the same time. It's impossible. Ask yourself what you truly want, and if you want more, you will find that time. Find your time and go for your greatness. And lastly, to our listeners, thank you. We truly appreciate your time, and we hope our episodes inspire you to keep on attacking life and never giving up. To quote Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, it's always too early to quit.